UN seeks clarity on when U.S. will pay dues and how much. Iran urges U.S. to keep foreign policy independent of Israeli influence. Palace ready to help UK police in any inquiry into King's brother Andrew. Iran's top security official in Oman, following nuclear talks with U.S. The United Nations says it is awaiting details on when and how much the United States will pay toward its overdue budget contributions. UN spokesperson Stéphane Dujarric confirmed that officials have been in contact with U.S. Ambassador Mike Waltz, but payment timelines and amounts remain unclear. Washington has promised an initial, significant payment within weeks. Secretary General Antonio Guterres recently warned that the UN faces a risk of imminent financial collapse due to unpaid member fees, with the United States responsible for the vast majority of the debt. The U.S. currently owes about $2.19 billion to the regular budget, $2.4 billion for peacekeeping operations, and $43.6 million for UN tribunals. Officials say the U.S. skipped regular budget payments last year and continues to carry arrears from previous years. Ambassador Waltz said the upcoming payment will go toward outstanding dues and reflects U.S. recognition of reforms within the organization. Meanwhile, only 55 countries had paid their contributions before the February deadline. Iran's foreign ministry spokesman Esmail Baghaei has criticized Israel's influence on regional diplomacy, urging the United States to make independent foreign policy decisions. Speaking at a Tuesday press briefing, Baghaei said Iran remains cautious about renewed nuclear talks with Washington, citing past U.S. actions, ongoing sanctions, and recent threats as reasons for skepticism. He stressed that Iran has not avoided diplomacy and believes the current negotiations offer a chance to open a new diplomatic path. However, he described the talks as only the beginning, adding that Tehran will closely watch how the other side acts moving forward. Baghaei also warned that any attack on Iran during the diplomatic process would trigger a, quote, decisive response. Buckingham Palace said on Monday it was ready to support any police investigation into King Charles' younger brother after emails suggested Andrew Mountbatten Windsor might have shared confidential British trade documents with Jeffrey Epstein. Mountbatten Windsor, already cast out of the royal inner circle over his close relationship with Epstein, has faced fresh scrutiny since the recent publication of millions of new documents relating to the late convicted U.S. sex offender. The business standard Google News keep updated. Follow the Business Standard's Google News channel. The king has made clear, in words and through unprecedented actions, his profound concern at allegations which continue to come to light in respect of Mr. Mountbatten Windsor's conduct, a palace spokesperson said. Royal family ready to back investigation of Andrew. In the latest files released in the U.S., emails suggest he shared official British trade documents with Epstein in 2010, after Epstein's conviction for child sex crimes, leaking information from his then role as an official government envoy. Ali Larijani, Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, has arrived in Oman in the wake of talks held in the country between Tehran and Washington over the former's nuclear program, Iranian state media reports Al Jazeera. Larijani, a close advisor to Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, is due to meet Omani Foreign Minister Badr al-Busaidi, the chief intermediary in the talks, as well as Oman's Sultan Haytham bin Tariq al-Said, the state-run IRNA news agency reported on Tuesday. The agency said, discussions over the latest regional and international developments were on the agenda for Larijani's visit to Muscat, as well as ways to strengthen bilateral cooperation between Iran and Oman. Oman hosted talks on Iran's nuclear program last week aimed at avoiding a conflict between Tehran and Washington, amid surging tensions and a growing U.S. military buildup in the region. It was an outcome of concerted diplomatic efforts in the region to avert a conflict. A second round of talks has been confirmed, but a date has not been announced. IRNA reported on Tuesday that Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi had held a series of phone calls with his counterparts in Turkey, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia to brief them on the latest developments in the indirect negotiations with Washington in Muscat.